Yeah, am I visible and audible?
Yes, you are. Please make sure you pin the timer. Timer is Toastmaster Priyadarshini. You can see the blue screen.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay. Tushar, your topic is what has life taught you recently? What has life taught you recently?
Well, good evening to everyone present here. Yeah, first I'll start by apologizing that I couldn't make it on time. It was rather an emergency. So, and the topic that I've gotten here is what did life teach me recently? That's a very deep question, to be honest, because I'm a guy who doesn't really introspect many things. So yeah, this is like really deep. But the one thing that life has taught me recently through this COVID lockdown is it's really short, and we have to sort of live in moments. Even though there are a lot of Ranbir Kapoor films to teach us that we should live life according to what we want and what we are here to achieve. But still, I realized it when this COVID lockdown came. I saw Tamasha again for 500 to 1000 times. So it has taught me like how to live and what to do. Uh, and also the fact that we get to do a lot of good things rather than just do things. Like I've come to this point where I've started to realize that whatever I'm doing, I'm just giving a thought for a split second to just analyze whether this thing will lead me to a certain point or not. Because even though we all speak about do like living in the moment, there are still things which can backfire at any moment. So I think it has also taught me that we should sort of take things at our own pace and then end it appropriately. And yeah, and thanks to Ranbir Kapoor as well for making my life good. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tushar. Now we'll move on to the next contest. Yes, Srinidhi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sahil goes next.
Okay, all right. So Sahil, please turn your video and audio on, and
Yeah,
please pin the timer.
yeah.
And the judge, please note. Just a minute. Okay, so Sahil's name is for some reason not on the list. So Toastmaster Gautami, please note um, Sahil separately. He doesn't have a unique code, but please make sure that you get him. Is that all right?
It's like I have this thing. It's ATC 51, I guess. Uh,
Is that if that is what was told to you, then Toastmaster Gautami, please go with Sahil ATC 51.
Yes,
yeah.
Toastmaster Malavika. His name is there
Yes.
on the list.
Okay, okay. It's for some reason not on the list I received, but yeah, just make it clear. All right. All right. So, Sahil, your topic is, and this is actually a very interesting topic. When have you worked hard and loved every minute of it? When have you worked hard and loved every minute of it?
This is like I'm very grateful to receive this topic because this is an amazing topic, by far. So I remember this time, and so this is in a high school, and we're organizing this Teachers' Day function. And so for Teachers' Day, it's all about students. It's all about students who organize everything, all the events, the caterers, the events, the games, everything for the teacher. And I was sort of the only 11th grader there, and everybody else was like, the seniors. And I had a pretty amazing time. Like, we took around a month to prepare for everything. We used to decide. So I was sort of the school leader for 11th graders and below. So me and the other school leader, we used to decide. Like, we used to decide on everything after our study hours. Like, we used to set up after, like, 11 o'clock through midnight, and we used to decide on the budgets. We used to decide on what to order, what not to order. We used to decide what games should we make them play, and all those sort of things. And throughout the entire event planning, I missed a lot of I missed a lot of on my classes. And there were many times where I had to run forth here and there, trying to cover up classes, trying to plan the event. But I never doubted, like, for a single moment, that I would not do it. Like, it was the most amazing experience, interacting with everyone, interacting with the seniors, interacting with the teachers, and it was an entirely amazing experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sahil. That's certainly a sweet memory and sort of makes you think about what we are losing because a lot of this is happening online. Even Pick
Yeah,
It Up could have been a huge contest, etc. So thank you for that.
thank you.
And next we'll have Gautam, ATC 21. Gautam.
Hi.
Yeah. So hi, could you please pin the timer?
Yeah, sure.
Gautam, so your topic is, and this is again a very interesting topic because I get a lot of answers, different answers. Your topic is, when you think of home, what specifically do you think of? When you think of home, what specifically do you think of?
Yeah. So, good evening, everybody present over here. And Malavika, kudos, you're doing a great work. I'm enjoying the whole thing happening over here. And I'm hoping all of you are having a good time. So, I have a small complaint. Until now, it was all fun and thrilling topics, and now it's all emotional and stuff. You know, I was getting ready to be funny and stuff. Now it's not going to happen. Well, what do I love the most, and what's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about my home? Well, it's my mother. And I'm not getting very mushy over here. What's the first thing that comes to my mind about my mother is the fact that she used to kick my ass when I was a small kid. Yeah, I was in that pretty, what you say, obedient in that sense. And why would I say it specifically? Why would I say it when there's a lot of other flowery and beautiful instances to remember? Because if I think about any scenario in today's world, if there's any reason why I'm disciplined, I'm able to deal with it courageously, and I am able to look at it in a very perfect manner, it's because I was beaten up in my younger days by my mother. And there are a lot of sides talking on this. Some people say you are not supposed to beat up young children. Some people say it's about giving care and condition and making them understand. But I'll tell you, when you are small, it's better if you get a few or three slaps. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's not about who slapped you or why they slapped you. It's ultimately about why they slapped you. How did you get in this scenario? And if you're able to get yourself ashamed for having done something bad and getting beaten up for it, and especially from your mom, you learn a lot. You learn the importance of why you're not supposed to be doing it. You learn the importance of why you should be faster than your mom in running. And you learn the importance of why you should be at least better in dealing with scenarios once in a while. So yes, if you ask me I would talk about getting beaten up by my mom. And if you ask me why, I would say that shows how much amount of freedom she has with me. Because she's my mom. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gautam, for that sweet answer. Do we have anyone else in the room who is also participating for Tall Tales?
It's only Saumya, and she's still
Right,
missing.
and she's missing. Okay, so is everybody else is done, right?
Yeah,
Okay, fine. So now we'll move on to the next contestant, and because Gautam was complaining that there's nothing funny, this might be something that'll force something funny. So our next contestant is Aruna, ATC 24, ATC 24, Aruna. Aruna, could you please unmute yourself and turn your video on if possible?
Can you hear me and see me clearly?
Yes, yes, you're perfectly audible and visible, and please pin the timer.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, Aruna, your topic is, if you were forced to eliminate every physical possession from your life with the exception of what you could fit into a single backpack, what would you put in it? If you were forced to eliminate every physical possession from your life with the exception of what you could fit into a single backpack, what would you put in it and why?
So, to me, the most important things in my life is the sources that give me knowledge, because I really love learning new things every single day, and that's what gives me perspective, and that is what has made me the person who I am right now. I mean, this maybe sounds very boring, but honestly, in the end of the day, we're all here to learn, and we're all here to, life is all about making yourself better and, uh, you know, improving yourself. So, first of all, I'll, you know, pack in all my electronic gadgets and, get sources of Wi-Fi and, all my phone, my laptop. I also have my Kindle where I store all my books, and I'll take that. And secondly, life is also all about things that you're very grateful about, because that reminds you of how you have come to the position where you are, and that also reminds you of the people who have helped you come to that position. And I have to be grateful for them. I have to be grateful for the situations that has put me in that position. So I would definitely, throw in some albums and some pictures and, anything that I find memorable. Some of the birthday cards that I received from my friends, and some of the gifts that I've received from my parents. I throw them in my bag. So, um, and one more thing is that uh, I'd also I have some really I also have some inclination towards some very specific things, I would say, uh, for no reason at all, because you can't reason everything you have in your life. So I would just buy some really crazy things. If I find, I have this water bottle that's like purple and pink. They are two favorite colors of mine, and I would probably just pack that also in. um, and honestly, to be honest, you don't you don't really need a lot of things in your life, because you can still, I mean, in the end of the day, you are dependent on the society, and um, the, the things and the situations around you are dynamically changing, and you can't predict what you need now is are the same things that are needed by you in the future. So yeah, for now, these are the things, but I'm not really sure what the future holds for me. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aruna. I know for a fact that Aruna has a thing for dark humor, so I'd recommend anything by the writer Saki to so that you don't get bored when all possessions vanish. So now we move on to the next contestant. Susham, is Susham in the room? 'Cause I don't see him here. If you are here, please could you confirm your presence? Okay, so Susham is not in the room, so we'll move on to the next contestant, Harsh. Harsh is in the room. Harsh, could you please unmute yourself and turn your video on, if possible?
Am I visible?
Yes, you are. And all of you, please feel free to turn your video on if you can. It is a formal meeting, but we'd also like to see your faces. So our next contestant is Harsh, ATC 25. ATC 25, Harsh. Harsh, your topic is, what has been the most terrifying moment of your life thus far? What has been the most terrifying moment of your life thus far? And before you start, please make sure you pin the timer as well.
So, what has been one of the most terrifying moments thus far? I'm not able to recall some memories that have been there for a very long time, but I'm going to be talking about something that has happened very recently. In fact, in the last 1 year, a constant fact that I have always been terrified was what the outcome of my decisions would be, and and as a procrastinator and an overthinker and all sorts of things that I'm not supposed to do at this point of time, I'm all of them. And I often talk to myself and end up talking about and imagining things that I'm not supposed to think of. And most importantly, it's not important right now to think about those things. I often dream myself and talk to myself as if I'm presented in a situation like I'm making a movie with some big star. The next day I'm running athletics in the Olympics or something. And I do all these sorts of things. And the most terrifying thing is coming back to the reality after doing all these things and being in a regretful position scenario as to think of what I've been doing for the past 3 years. I mean, I didn't do really good in JE, nor did I study well in my 12th, and I just every time I flash back to reality, I often end up in the most terrifying situation as to what I'm doing in life right now. I think that is by far one of the most threatening scenarios, even more than the idea of getting killed by probably my fan falling on my head right now. How many times have we thought about death as the most terrifying thing? I think the idea of being under the obligation of doing something, or the idea of ending up somewhere where you do not want to be, is the most terrifying thing. And of course, I mean, because as I've already mentioned it, that I didn't study really well, and I had no clue as to how my board exams marks my school would give, because I constantly ended up getting a 45 to 50% throughout school. But I think the day the results came out was by far the most terrifying moment in the past 2 years. And my school did great things on me and got me passed with a 96 percentage. I'm very thankful to that. And I think I'm now able to reflect upon those situations and start living in a way that I might come out of the terror very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harsh. That was a very relatable answer, and I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one who wants to escape reality. So now we'll move on to the next contestant, Prithvi Nandakumar, ATC 28. ATC 28, Prithvi Nandakumar. Prithvi, are you in the room? Yes. Could you please turn on your video and audio? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Also pin the timer.
Oh yeah, I'm ready with the timer.
Okay. Prithvi, your topic is, if you could instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what advice would you give? If you could instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what advice would you give?
First of all, cool and pleasant evening. Welcome to everyone present here. First, for a newborn baby, if I insist a particular piece of advice to them, will be something related to their life. So I will say about please be still calm, and say, and try and make them to be calm in every situation they are going to handle. However they are coming to the world, the same way they are going away from the world at the world images. So I will suggest them to say be calm in every situation. More than that, first I will insist them to give first preference to the family, because family was the first thing. Whatever happens to either good or bad, something they will be coming. They will help us in any other situations. Then comes our friends. I'm not here comparing family with friends. Both are two sides of a coin. Both can be said as two sides of a coin. We can't able to compare each of them. But first preference can be given only to our family members. Even we can also say, even we have a good friend in our life, we can say friends can be also be family. So I will insist the piece of advice to these newborn babies. And thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Prithvi. Now we'll move on to the next contestant. Abhijit Shreyas, are you in the room? Yes. Abhijit Shreyas, ATC 29, ATC 29, Abhijit. Abhijit, could you turn your video on? I think I heard you in between.
Yeah. I'll try. I was having some problem with my.
Okay, all right. Okay, then it's fine. Just make sure you pin the timer.
Yeah. I think it's yeah.
Yeah, it's you're visible, but if you have any problems with your bandwidth, then feel free to turn your video off.
It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. So please pin the timer. You've done that.
No. And the color is yellow, green, and red, right?
Yeah, it'll turn green at 1 minute, yellow at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red at 2 minutes. You'll have 30 seconds buffer time after that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Abhijit, your topic is, if you were in a hot air balloon, over what area in the world would you like to be? If you were in a hot air balloon, over what area in the world would you like to be?
Okay. So like before I go over the answer, I just want to say like I was just this close to chickening out because all the questions were, about self, and I never really thought about it that much. So yeah. So coming to this question, right now, if I was in a hot air balloon, I would like to be maybe over Ukraine because it's a war zone right now, and it's my I don't know, it's like very biased towards me because I always wanted to experience um a war zone. I mean, not in that way, but experience the uh, like the mindset of people who inflict and the mindset of the people on the receiving side, and all of it. Like we've seen it only in movies, maybe war-themed movies like World War II or uh, uh, Shawshank Redemption, etc., etc. But yeah, so this would be something that over which I would like to go. I don't know if it is. Uh, no, I don't have any other reason. Sorry.
Thank you, Abhijit. And let me tell you, table topics is one of those things that make you think on your toes. And a lot of Toastmasters you see, even the ones speaking confidently, including me, we've all chickened out. So we've all been there, and we sometimes receive very weird topics. And we also have contests at the the area level, the district level, and all of that. And sometimes it just goes wrong, but you learn to take it in your stride and just remember that everyone in this room, in a Toastmasters club, we've all been there. So even if you do mess up, it's okay. It's something that gets better with practice. And I'm just mentioning. And so with that, I'll move on to the next contestant.
Thank you.
Please tell me if these people are just, if you're in the room, just confirm. So next contestant will be Akshaya. Is Akshaya in the room? No. Ajay Vikram S. Also no. Hitika. Hitika, are you in the room? Again, no. And next we have Sudarshan R.
Yeah,
I think I saw Sudarshan. Yes. Sudarshan, could you please unmute yourself and turn on your video?
yeah. Am I visible?
Yeah. Please make sure you pin the timer.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Sudarshan, your topic is, if you had a friend who spoke to you in the same way that you sometimes speak to yourself, how long would you allow this person to be your friend? If you had a friend who spoke to you in the same way that you sometimes speak to yourself, how long would you allow this person to be your friend?
Yeah, looks like an interesting topic. But first of all, good evening, everyone. And um, if I have a friend, like actually, I got friends who are almost in the same vibe as me. So um, I would actually spend all my time with them in phone call or direct meeting, like something like kind of thing, because we will have the same vibe and we will just speak like without any hesitation, like if they have any other idea other than what we think. Um, and I'm glad in that way that I got two of my best friends who are almost in the same vibe. So, and we were like friends from our childhood, and like even now we are in the same department and same college. So it is great to be having such friends. And yeah. We talk all good talks and all naughty talks and everything when we have the same vibe, right? uh, and what else can I say, like it would be such a blessing, I guess. So um, I will really thank God for that. And also there will be a good connection in between us. And we don't have to speak through words at times when we have other people surround us. We will just like have a eye connection and just say, okay, this is this kind of guy, and we can make fun of others too in that way. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sudarshan. I completely agree with you on the fact that you are blessed if you have friends you can vibe with, and I think I also come from that space, so it's very relatable. So now we'll move on to the next contestant. Please tell me if you're in the room. Balaji. Okay, Balaji is not here. So the next after that is Nila. Nila is here. So Nila, ATC 33, ATC 33. Nila, could you please pin the timer? All right. Nila, your topic is, if you could travel into any world of fiction, where would it be to and why? If you could travel into any world of fiction, where would it be to and why? And this can be anything. It can be books, anime, or like anything you want.
Um, this is like the best topic ever so far because like I am obsessed with the Harry Potter series. So obviously I would go to Hogwarts because first of all, although I do not have any powers myself, I do not consider myself a muggle. So if you are a Harry Potter fan, you know what a muggle is. But yeah, I think I would love to go to the Hogwarts fan fiction, everything. I want to see everything there, and I want to have magical powers because honestly, like I've been growing up with the Harry Potter series, and it has really taught me a lot of things in life. Like Harry, he was an orphan, but he was so brave, and he was the main character, and Hermione and Ron, and they were this sort of inspiration that I've always wanted to be. Like all three of them embody who I am. Like Hermione was smart, so I've kind of been a nerd, and Harry was this lone person. But I feel Harry, like I kind of vibe with Harry because I'm an only child, so I feel like I'm on my own all the time. And then Ron is kind of stupid sometimes, so I feel I'm kind of stupid sometimes. So yeah, that's what I would love to. That's where I would love to go, to the Hogwarts world. And if I were in Hogwarts, I would definitely be like the smart person, but also like the very naughty person who's getting into trouble all the time. And I'd probably get scolded by Snape a lot and probably punished a lot too. But I can guarantee that I would also be Dumbledore's favorite. So yeah, that's my time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nila, for the wonderful answer, fellow Potterhead here. I am actually Slytherin house. I'm just saying, and yeah, I hope you give a Fred and George a run for their money with your mischief.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next contestant, Lakshita. Lakshita, are you in the room?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
here.
Okay, so Lakshita, ATC 34, ATC 34, Lakshita. Uh, Lakshita, could you pin the timer?
Yeah.
Okay, you have. Great. So your topic is, what did you do as a child that would be considered dangerous today? What did you do as a child that would be considered dangerous today?
Yeah. It is like if I was a child.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So, good evening, everyone, first of all. And if I was a child, the thing that I consider that is dangerous today is like, even if when we are a little kid, we don't even know what we do, and many things are playful when we do. Like, we may hurt someone unknowingly, so that's very horrible in our life. So, I consider whenever we like hurt someone unknowingly, it's really very harmful so that they get hurt, but we even don't know that we hurt them. So being a child, if we hurt someone, they may take it serious sometimes maybe, but sometimes most of the times they will take it very casual and they just come across those things. But whenever it becomes very serious, it's like it really creates a huge impact on them. So I think like when, even though if we are a child, we should think on some things, and we should not hurt anyone on any basis, so that even though if you are a child, so please be very careful with the things you do, and that's it.
Thank you so much, Lakshita. And our next contestant is Aditya. Aditya, could you please unmute yourself and turn your video on?
Yeah, am I
Yes.
perfectly visible and audible?
You are. So Aditya, ATC 41, ATC 41, Aditya. Aditya, your topic is, two roads diverged in Yellowwood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that it made all the difference. Comment on it.
It is such a wonderful topic. Thank you, Malavika, for the topic. It is, of course, a wonderful poem by Robert Frost. And I think all of us have read it at some point in our life. And I totally agree with it. I was a person who always used to take a road that was less traveled by. I want to do something different from other people. So whenever there was an opportunity, I used to grab it when it was hot. And I can tell you it has gotten me into really bad troubles. At the same time, very marvelous achievements also. So whenever you choose a road which others don't choose, the first thing that comes to your mind is that, is it good for me? What will I do if I get lost in the woods? What will I do if something bad happens and there's nobody there for me? Like, because I am the only person, I have chosen this thing, it's my decision. This happened to me multiple times, and taking integrated MSc physics in Amrita was one of them, because it was a road less traveled by people, and I was an engineering aspiring student who was writing JE, and research wasn't my jam. But it was until 2 months before my preparation I realized that engineering is not my thing, and I have to take something which is in research in physics, that is something which is up to me to decide. So I did decide to bring this up to my parents, to everyone, and I know they were disappointed in the beginning, but yeah, slowly they started coming to my like they started coming to their senses, and I started looking for colleges, and yeah, right now I am here in Toastmasters. So I can surely tell you that the road less traveled by is sometimes the best road that you can ever achieve, because you get to have these amazing experiences in your life that no one else will ever have, because herd mentality is not the best mentality always. You should always be happy with whatever you do, and you should always try to find happiness in whatever you do. That has always been my jam, and I hope all of you will sometime in your life take a road less traveled by, just like Robert Frost, and find a beautiful life ahead. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, Aditya. Somebody in the chat, okay, Abhyagni, I hope I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I haven't called you yet, but I will get you.
Actually, you can give him the next slot.
No, is he done with the tortoise?
I think he's done. Yeah.
Okay, no, we'll just go according to the list and I'll get back to you in the end. Yeah. Okay, so our next contestant is Pravin Kumar. Pravin Kumar has already turned his video on. Pravin Kumar, ATC 35. ATC 35, Pravin Kumar. Pravin, could you please spin the timer and unmute yourself?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, so your topic is, and this is a quote by J.B. Priestley, the more we elaborate our means of communication, the less we communicate. The more we elaborate our means of communication, the less we communicate.
You want me to say the opinion on this, or?
Yeah, comment on the topic.
Seeing to this quote especially, I completely agree with this, because when we have too much of options with us, we probably end up with doing nothing in it. So as far as I am like considering me, I used to have a limited amount of friends even in school, so that we can explore more with the limited amount of friends we have, not only in the French, and also when we take up consider engineering. When we consider engineering, we should not have too much of options. What branch should we study? So if we are into a 3 or 4 options, we can easily fill the choice and easily get what we want. And by doing so, we don't have the chance of slipping into something that we doesn't want to do so by a force, or by forcing someone, or kind of urgency we get into. So, and moreover, talking about the options we have, or the more we explore, is like when we explore things, we learn much. That one point I agree, but still, what matters is how much we learn and what we learn, and does the learning affect us or changes. This is the one that matters. So, if it affects us, that will entirely ruin our life, the entire future of our life. So if it ends up good, that's good. But if it's in a wrong path, I guess it's not recovered, not required, rather. So saying this, I conclude my speech. And finally, thanks for this opportunity to the Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pravin. Next, we'll move on. We have K. Harinandan. Are you in the audience? In the room? He doesn't seem to be present. Then we have Sharavanan K. Karthik. Sharavanan K. Karthik. I don't see him either. So I'll move on to the next contestant, who's Deekshita S. ATC 40. Could you
Hello,
please turn
Malvika.
your...
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Could you turn your video on?
Yeah. Am I
Okay,
visible?
Deekshita, you're visible. So Deekshita S, ATC 40, ATC 40, Deekshita S. Deekshita, please pin the timer.
Yes, Malvika, I'm done.
Okay, Deekshita, your topic is, if you had a chance to go to the North Pole, would you take it? And why? If you had a chance to go to the North Pole, would you take it and why?
Okay. Thanks for the topic, Malavika. Good evening to everyone here. I'm Dikshita. And yeah, the topic, would I choose my path to North Pole? So why not? The main important thing in life is the thing which we are lagging in is why should we do this? Why should we do that? Not most of the people do this, and what is the requirement for us to do that? That's the one of the main question that's going on in everyone's head. Everyone end up telling that they don't do this, so why should I do that? They don't do that, and why should I do that? So it's just this common opinion that everyone lags behind without choosing the best thing. So North Pole, when you think of North Pole, it's just like complete filled with ice and something. We don't know what's exactly there. All we know is North Pole, it's completely filled with ice. So let's just go on and explore what's there in North Pole. We don't know what's exactly there, so why not take a chance and explore the North Pole? I would really go there and explore what's there. So that's the thing in everyone's life, not just North Pole. And wherever you get an opportunity, let's just think over this. Why don't we do that? And even this Toastmasters as well. Like at the very first point, I just thought, why should I do this? Like, what is the point of doing it? What will I get by doing this? And after which I thought, why shouldn't I give a try? Maybe I'm good at speaking. Maybe if I'm not, it's not. But if I am good, maybe I'll find something inside me. And same as that North Pole. Let's just go explore it. Let's just find out what's there. And not just not many other things is there to explore in life. Let's just go without telling a no for anything. There are places where we can tell no, but for few things we should just think like, will it just work out for us? And maybe it would turn out the best ever trip, maybe. So I will take the trip to North Pole, and for sure I will explore it. And for the audience as well, do explore your life. Thank you all. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dikshita. And this was, I think, rather a tricky topic, and you've proved that you are a good speaker. And if ever you want to go to the North Pole, you can call me because I already have elaborate plans to go to Antarctica.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Thank
so
you.
and we will move on to the next contestant, who's Riddhi. Riddhi, are you in the room? I guess she is.
Yes, Malvika.
Yes. Okay. Riddhi, ATC 44, ATC 44, Riddhi. Riddhi, could you pin the timer?
I have pinned the time.
Okay. So your topic is, what is something that is popular now, but in 10 years we might be ashamed of? What is something that is popular now, but in 10 years we might be ashamed of?
Okay. Okay, first of all, I would just like to say thank you for calling me. Because over here there were so many amazing amounts of people who were speaking. Like the speeches were like top notch. Like when I just first joined the competition, I'll be like, it's table topics. The topics will be given for 1 minute. How can everyone speak? That well, but it really blew my mind. I just have to say that. And secondly, getting back to the topic that I have been given, that is, what is the most thing that I will be probably, or the general public will be probably ashamed of in about 10 years of time? For some reason, the one of the most important things that actually comes to my mind is one of the reels that we see in Instagram. I have to mention that over here. Like, I am 100% sure that once we are 10 years older, that is about when we reach our 30s or 40s, when we have a family of our own, some of our kids takes up our Instagram history. Oh my God, I don't want to be there that day. Because the amount of things that we have done, the amount of filters that we have used, like we don't look like that, or do we dance like that? Like seriously, I do not want to be there that day. Like public humiliation, not there. So that is one of the most things that I I do feel being ashamed though. But yes, Instagram Reels is a wonderful place to share ideas and as well as do dances. Let's be frank, it's fun for now. But I hope the data gets overwritten sometime. But I don't want to be seeing that in over 10 years of time. Like, it's a very good concept because we can be ourselves for a large amount of time. That is, we can showcase our true identity, and that takes real bravery. That is certainly a thing that you should be commending upon. But yeah, I don't want to see that in 10 years of time because that bravery is long gone by then. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Riti. I was expecting somebody to come up with TikTok or Reels, and yeah, you landed right there. Maybe you should convert this little speech of yours into a Reel because it's almost 1 minute,
Oh
and
my
then everybody will actually think twice about what they put up on Instagram. But yeah, like you said, it's fun. And now we'll move on to the next contestant, who is Nitin. Nitin, are you in the room? Yes, I see him. Yeah, all right. So Nitin, Nitin ATC 27, ATC 27, Nitin. Nitin, your topic is, if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you choose? I'm not encouraging anybody, but if you could commit any crime and get away with it, what would you choose? And make sure you pin the timer.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. First, I would like to clear that. And I have recently watched the Money Heist series and would like to pull off a heist, first of all. The exhilaration of a heist is something that is exciting me. And at the end of the heist, we will also get a lot of money. That is another thing that that is in the back of my mind. So a heist is something which I would like to pull off. And another, I'll first like to get a crew, like crew of my friends, and pull off this heist. Maybe throw someone in the jail, I guess, along the way. That's what I like to do. Yeah, that's it, I guess. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Nitin. And you've certainly given a lot of people ideas. Like I said, I'm not encouraging anyone, but what you said reminded me of the Indian counterpart, I think, of Money Heist, which is Scam 1992. So you could also think of that. So, like I said, not encouraging anybody. Please don't listen to me, but yeah. Now we'll move on to the next contestant. Paidi Hemani, I'm sorry for pronouncing your own name wrong, but Paidi Hemani, ATC 37.
It's Paidi Hemani.
Paidi Hemani, am I saying it right now?
Yeah, Paidi Hemani.
Yes, I apologize.
Yeah, no.
Paidi Hemani, ATC 37, ATC 37, Paidi Hemani. So your topic is, if you could hear what someone is thinking for a day, who would you choose? If you could hear what someone is thinking for a day, who would you choose? And make sure you pin the timer.
Yeah. First of all, thank you. This question is something which we actually dream of when we are sleeping, or like when we are in our subconscious mind. For me, I think that person would be my best friend, because I actually wanted, it's not like I'm doubting on her or him, but the point is I want to know what they actually think about me. Like, we humans are kind of very insecure, and if there's a list of people who are insecure about their relationship, I think I will be the number one person there, because I am insecure about everything, each and everything. It might be my friends, like, except my family. I think I'm insecure about everyone. So I want to, like, hear what they actually think about me, because there are a few moments when, you feel that they are kind of irritated by you, or they're kind of, agitated. They don't want to speak with you. They don't want to, like, you feel that the relationship is not the same. The vibe what you have is not the same as you had it before. So I think that person would be my best friend, because I so yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. And this is a great event. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. And I think that was a very relatable table topic. I think all of us have gone through that, so you're not alone. And yeah, Shiva has nicely turned his video on beforehand, so kudos to
Good
you.
evening, everyone. Yeah.
So our next contestant is Shiva, ATC 26. ATC 26. Shiva, your topic is: imagine you were destined to live your life as an object. What object would you choose and why? Imagine you were destined to live your life as an object. What object would you choose and why? And please make sure you pin the timer.
I have it pinned. First of all, good evening, everyone. Honestly, I just looked down and this is the first thing I see. So I would most probably be a pen. And yeah, it's going to be great to be a pen. I'm going to be in so many people's pockets. I'm just going to go around their everyday life, seeing what they're doing. And obviously, pens are the greatest weapons of today's society. Uh, Writing their thoughts down, I can see into some of the greatest minds in a society. Maybe land in the pockets of some great politician or maybe investors, get some tips from there and do things which are well crazy. But being a pen is probably the first thought that came to my mind. But the second one, again, can I just make it two objects, please? I would say I'll be a mobile phone, maybe. Get all the information from the internet, store it in my huge brain, be an all knowing person for a day at least. And these are two of the different things that I like to be. That's about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shiva. And if you are actually a mobile phone, you like, I think somebody mentioned, I think it was Riti, you'd also get to see people being embarrassed about their reels 10 years into the future. So good luck with that one. Toastmaster Gautami, that was our last contestant. And just to confirm, is there anybody in this room who hasn't spoken?
I guess it's Abhyagni.
Sorry?
Abhyagni?
Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot about it. I'm so sorry. Abhyagni, are you still, okay, you're still here. Okay, great. Could you please unmute yourself and turn your video on? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Abhyagni, are you in the room? If you are, please turn your video.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I was just.
Yeah, all right.
I'm in the room. Please tell me.
Yeah, could you please tell me your number? I don't apparently have your name in the list, but
It's one. First.
it's okay. So, Toastmaster Gautami, please note Abhyagni. I'm assuming ATC 1, ATC 1, Abhyagni. Abhyagni, your topic is: do you think that money buys happiness? Do you think that money buys happiness?
Okay, am I visible?
You are.
Yeah, thank you. So let me straight away go into my topic. Does money bring in happiness? Partially yes, partially no. Because when we talk about a poor person, we can't just talk about you need to be completely right, or you need to be following a set of rules, or you need to be believing so in so and so deity or so and so person, saying that they're going to come and be your rescuer. We can't say like that, right? People will simply say that your rules, your entire structure, your infra, everything is not enabling me and my family to bring in four pieces of bread a day and 3 square meals a day. So money does bring in happiness until and unless there's a limit to it. There's a certain limit for everything that generally the material possessions that we have. There need to be a certain limit, and partially yes, money does bring in happiness. What do we all work for, right? What do we all? Why do we even go to a job? Passion is okay. That's a really great thing, but most of the people, 90% of which I am not, but 90% people, they generally go to a job, or they generally get themselves employed for feeding themselves and feeding their family, or to gain some money, right? So money does bring in happiness for the people, which is some in cases it's like a conversion of the hard work which is being done by them. So money does bring in happiness for some people. For more, or for majority of the people who are not, who are not, they are not available to the resources they need to be. But if we have money in excess, right, that might not bring in happiness, because that would again lead to people deviating from their paths of work, and people going outside and doing some antisocial things, or anti-health things, like we have seen the son of a famous celebrity. I would not name them, or whatever he has done in the past, right? So money does not bring in happiness for the people uh, who have it in excess, and who does not know the value of money and a value of time. So partially yes and partially no would be my answer. And to people who have renounced everything, I think they would see money as a good thing, but at the same time they will not be attached to it. So I think that should be it.
Thank you very much, Avyagni, and I'm sorry I forgot to call your name out. So, Toastmaster Gautami, please know that was our last contestant. And Srinidhi, I think we are done, but we do have Pooja in the audience. And this is not a contest, but if anybody in the audience would like to go for one more topic. Toastmaster Pooja, would you like to give it a try?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and please note, Toastmaster Gautami, this is not counted. This is just a fun thing. Toastmaster Pooja, your topic is, if you could take a single photograph of your life, what would it look like? If you could take a single photograph of your life, what would it look like?
Okay, hello everyone. A single photograph. I think it should be myself with my family. I think that would represent my life more clearly. So, and it definitely includes my parents, my grandparents, my brother, and and also my aunts, uncles, cousins, and kids. And I think they add value to my life. They make things more happier, and I hope that would be the picture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pooja. And to those of you who don't know her, she's a very enthusiastic member of our club, also a part of our editorial team. And she's kindly joined us here today. And I think we'll also, Toastmaster Srinidhi has been here for so long. Toastmaster Srinidhi, would you like to give a topic a try? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Abhyagni, the results will be announced soon. Actually, if we are supposed to move to the main hall now, then I think we can proceed with that. Toastmaster Srinidhi, are you there? Hello, Toastmaster Srinidhi. I think there's some problem with her mic.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Like how to join this club? Like, is there any procedure or something?
Yes, just a minute, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll actually, if you're interested in joining the club, there is a guest group that you can join, and we'll be having meetings from this Sunday, and you can actually join as a guest for some time, and then if you'd like how the club goes and how we function, and like I said, table topics is just one part of our how ATC functions. We do have prepared speech session, we have an evaluation session. So you can attend the meeting as a guest, see if you like it, and if you want, you can take a membership. And I should say that this is a paid club. We are a part of Toastmasters International, and so we do, all of us are Toastmasters, and we have a membership with the Toastmaster International. So you can try attending the club as a guest, and we'll send you the link, and then you can see if you like it, and then you can go about joining it, and all of that you can deal with after you're in the club.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. If there are any more questions about how we have to join the club, please feel free to ask. And Srinidhi, are you back? Can you hear me now?
Hello. Hello.
Pooja, can you confirm if you can hear Toastmaster Srinidhi as well?
I think she's not audible.
You can't hear her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not everybody can. So guys, like I said, if you have any more questions about the club or like what we do there, please feel free to ask. And like I said, table topics is something that happens every club meeting. We do have 2 sessions of table topics, and it's something that you're going to uh, get good at over time. All of us experience seasoned Toastmasters. All of us have sucked at it at some point or the other. So I hope to see many new faces in the club. And yeah, Toastmaster Pooja, is there something you'd want to add?
So, and for those people who want to join the club, we'll be sharing a link at the end of the meeting, and you can just join the WhatsApp group, and that's it. Yeah, and you can also contact me directly.
And since we're all waiting, if anyone in the audience is interested in having another table topics after that grueling 2 minute thing, you can feel free. Okay, the room is about to close in 10 seconds. So it was such a pleasure having you all here, and thank you. And I hope you enjoyed the session. And